The team of scientists had been stationed at the Midnight Underwater Research Station for 2 months, studying the unique ecosystem of the deep sea. Dr. Sarah Wilson, a marine biologist, was leading the team, which included Dr. Thomas Collins, an oceanographer, Dr. Julia Lee, a microbiologist, and Dr. David Carter, a geologist. The team had made some incredible discoveries, including a new species of deep-sea squid that emitted bioluminescent patterns. However, as the days went on, they began to notice strange occurrences happening around them. One night, while the team was conducting a routine maintenance check on the station's exterior, they heard a strange noise coming from the water. It was a low, rumbling growl, like nothing they had ever heard before. They quickly finished the maintenance check and returned to the safety of the station, trying to convince themselves that it was just their imaginations playing tricks on them. But as the days passed, the strange noises continued, growing louder and more frequent. One night, as they were gathered in the common room, they heard a loud splash outside the station. Dr. Wilson quickly checked the sonar, but there was nothing unusual showing up. However, as the team settled back into their work, they heard another splash, closer this time. They all jumped up, looking at each other with concern. Suddenly, the lights flickered and the station shook violently. The team scrambled to their stations, trying to determine the cause of the disturbance. Dr. Lee, who was monitoring the cameras, saw movement in the water outside the station. She zoomed in on the area and saw a creature with black eyes and razor-sharp teeth staring back at her through the camera. The creature was massive, at least 3 times the size of a great white shark, and covered in a thick black slime that seemed to seep into every crevice of the station. Its roar was deafening, and its tentacles reached out, lashing the station with incredible force. The team quickly realized that they were dealing with a creature that was not of this world. It seemed to have come from the deep, dark waters of the ocean, and it was attacking them with unbridled ferocity. They tried to defend themselves, firing harpoons and setting up barricades, but the monster was too strong. It smashed through the walls with ease, and soon the team found themselves trapped in a small room with no way out. As the monster closed in on them, Dr. Wilson had an idea. She remembered a device that she'd been working on, a chemical compound that would neutralize the monster's slime and weaken it. She quickly grabbed the device and sprayed it on the monster. To their relief, the device seemed to have an effect on the monster. Its movement slowed, and its tentacles stopped lashing out. But it was only a temporary solution, and the team knew they needed to find a way to defeat the creature once and for all. As the creature continued to attack the station, the team frantically searched for a solution. They knew that they were outmatched, but they refused to give up. They worked tirelessly, developing new weapons and devices to combat the creature, but it seemed to be impervious to their efforts. And so, the team was left with only one option: to face the creature head-on. They knew that the odds were against them, but they were determined to try. They geared up and prepared for battle, knowing that their lives were on the line. As they stepped out into the water, they saw the creature looming in front of them, its black eyes staring back at them. The team charged forward, firing harpoons and spraying the chemical compound. The battle was fierce, and the team was pushed to their limits. But with their combined knowledge and expertise, they managed to gain the upper hand. They hacked away at the creature's tentacles, slowly but surely weakening it. Just when they thought they had the upper hand, the creature let out an ear-piercing roar. Suddenly, the water around them began to bubble and churn, and the creature's tentacles started growing back at an alarming rate. The team realized that they had only been fighting a part of the creature, and the true monster was much larger than they had thought. The team was stunned and overwhelmed, and they knew that they were in grave danger. The creature's tentacles wrapped around them, dragging them down deeper into the dark abyss of the ocean. They struggled to free themselves, but the monster was too strong. They were running out of air, and their fate seemed inevitable. But just when it seemed like all hope was lost, a blinding light appeared in the distance. The team could barely make out the shape of a submarine, charging towards them with incredible speed. It was their only hope. The submarine ploughed into the monster with tremendous force, causing it to release its grip on the team. The team was quickly scooped up into the submarine, gasping for air and grateful to be alive. As the submarine sped away, the team watched as the monster slowly disappeared into the darkness of the ocean. The team was left shaken and traumatized by the encounter with the monster. They realized that there was still so much that they didn't know about the deep sea and the creatures that lived within it. But they also knew that they had learned valuable lessons and would be better prepared for future expeditions. As they returned to the surface, the team knew that they had experienced something truly extraordinary. They had faced a monster from the depths of the ocean and had survived to tell the tale. They knew that their research had just scratched the surface of what was out there, and they were eager to continue their exploration of the deep sea. But for now, they were just grateful to be alive, and they clung to each other, seeking comfort and reassurance in the face of the unknown.